guys? Welcome back to the show. Have you seen this? Another Tuesday. Another goddamn Tuesday. And if you think we're late, just remember we're Canadian.
Hey.
So we're actually about 15 minutes early. Well, I thought we were doing pretty good.
This is an exclusively Newfoundland program, I guess.
Oh yeah, this is like yes, it's top of the hour in Newfoundland. So we're right on time.
Exactly.
Guys, lots of stuff to cover. Not a very long amount of time. First, you gotta say hello to the guy who behind the scenes thinks I'm Jesse Palmer, even though I'm not. It's Dave Lees. Dave, how are you doing?
Oh my God, you not? I thought you were Jesse Palmer this whole time.
Chin.
Yeah, I gotta clean these glasses. Oh my God. But I am doing really good, Rob. It's been a great week. You know, we had D23. We had the Emmys last night, and then they just keep making all these goddamn shows and putting them on our TVs for us to watch.
One of my favorite shows just came on this weekend. I don't know when I'm going to have a chance to watch them right now, but I will. And I'll report back on this show. But yeah, I guess the new season of Cobra Kai came out.
Yes, it did.
God damn, there's just too much.
It's too much. I don't have time to watch a karate show. I got to watch two different shows.
It's more than karate. It's about family.
It's about family. I'm just so busy. I've got to watch all my shows about fantasy before I can watch my show about people teenagers getting kicked in the face. I need to watch a show about teenagers getting married.
Teenagers at best. Oh my God. Anyways, let's talk quick. Let's quickly talk about some of the D23 trailers that we saw for some of your maybe favorite upcoming shows. Who knows? There's more shows coming, guys. That's all I know. There's more stuff to watch. I don't know if there'll be any of my favorites.
All I heard was, hey, we're going to be doing this show, and they're just not going to have we're never not going to have something to talk about because Disney is going to make all the shows for the rest of time.
They got some shows. Okay, first trailer we'll talk about. I think this is the first one that came out. Let's hit that in my best Canadian accent.
A little bit out in the boot.
Came out. The Tales of the Jedi trailer. Now, this is just a bunch of shorts, right? This isn't like episode kind of a deal, is it? Is this kind of like the Groot thing?
I think like the Groot, but more. I think they're like instead of like 90 seconds or however long the Groot things were.
Yeah, they're a little longer.
I think they're going to be like 7 to 15 minutes, focusing all 6 all at once, apparently. So, and focusing 3 on Ahsoka and then 3 on Count Dooku. Seeing 2 Jedi who I am ashamed. I've read all the stuff and I've watched everything. Ahsoka, I think, is my favorite Star Wars character, but I had never realized how similar her and Dooku's stories were, where they're both Jedi who were like, hey guys, something is a little screwy here. And the Jedi were like, you're an idiot.
Bunch of idiots.
Yeah.
So they've done this kind of thing before, right? Like they put out a cartoon show before of just like different kind of characters in there. But they did those ones with different artists and stuff like that. This all looks like it's done by the same. What are they called? The Bad Batch guys there.
Yeah, this is still under like the Filoni animation, like the Clone Wars team. What you're talking about was Star Wars Visions, which was like super not canon, and they just gave a bunch of anime studios, and we're like, hey, what would you like to do if you could do a Star Wars? And most of them said a Jedi who's lost and by themselves goes to a village and has to fight a bad guy. They were really good.
Samurai stories. They wanted samurai stories.
One of them did Astro Boy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. If you have you not seen Visions, Rob?
No.
I think it's legitimately some of them. If there's 9 episodes, I would say about 6 of them are fantastic watches, and the voice cast alone that they got for it, people like David Harbour, Alison Brie, Neil Patrick Harris. Sure. What was the main guy from Crazy Rich Asians? He was
never saw it.
He was also in The Gentleman. Anyway, but yeah, but no, this is I think probably closer to that, in that vein, except this is all canon. I think it's supposed to. Right. I don't actually know what the point of the
is it canon in the same, like, is it in the same universe then as like Clone Wars would be?
Well, that's all in our universe as well. Like,
right, yes.
Not our universe. It's all in the same Star Wars timeline. But they are spanning different generations where you see the Dooku stuff. Dooku is a part of the Jedi Order until Qui-Gon dies, when he's like, peace out, I'm leaving. So I would imagine his stories are all going to happen pre-episode 1, where Ahsoka doesn't become Anakin's Padawan until the midst of the Clone Wars.
Right.
And then spoilers, we've seen her all the way through to the Mandalorian timeline, knowing that she survives that long. So we're going to more just jump in at formative moments for them. Okay.
Fine. All right. Yeah. So, and if they're not very long episodes, I guess I could jump in. and this isn't another one of those things where I'm going to have to ask Dave for any episodes behind the scenes or stuff like that. It's like,
did you end up watching the Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Ahsoka form the Taliban episodes?
Yes.
And what did you think?
I thought that was a little on the friggin' nose, wasn't it?
It's a kid's show, Rob.
I expected Tom Hanks to be there, and Julia Roberts, and Tom Hanks was some kind of senator who was trying to do things right, but screwed it up, and
Henry Golding. Thank you, Ben.
Oh my God! Ended up, funding Osama bin Laden, unbeknownst to him. He thought he was doing a good thing. I believe that's a totally new project, just in my head. No one's ever thought of doing that yet.
I don't think so.
I can't remember what that movie's called. That's why I kept running on. Yeah. It's like, maybe if I talk long enough, I can remember what that damn movie was called. But guys, probably not worth it. Probably not worth a rewatch. But yes, I did watch those ones, and they were fine. Like, yeah, it was fine. It was just odd. That is odd. That was a legit Taliban story.
Yeah, they just were like, this is that the Clone Wars gets into that a lot, where they can show like the horrors of war and how it's supposed to like signify the Jedi falling and showing that they're just as corrupt and willing to do as many dark things as the bad guys that they're apparently fighting against.
All politicians are evil. I get it.
Yeah. But I thought the Star Wars Visions trailer looked really cool. We got to see Yaddle in it, and I liked that a lot. Oh, do you not know who Yaddle is, Rob?
I've heard the name.
Yaddle is the girl Yoda.
Oh yeah. The one that I was wondering, is that a mullet on a Yoda?
Yeah, that's Yaddle. She's a girl Yoda, okay. But the funny thing about her is she's only in episode 1, and then
the one in like the Jedi Council or whatever, them sitting around there.
Yeah, she's in the Jedi Council. You see her flippity-dippitying around with the lightsaber in
show-offs.
This one, but George Lucas famously hated Yaddle and was like, "I hate that we made another Yoda." So it's interesting that we're seeing Yaddle.
Yeah,
but
well, he has nothing to do with it anymore. Maybe Mickey Mouse was like, do as many Yodas as you want. Like, it turns out the little one that we did was pretty successful.
I hope not. I really hope not. Because first of all, that'd be a little on the nose that everyone has a famous parent.
Oh, that's very Star Warsy.
Also, how dare Yoda? if he's like, oh no, don't go have sex with the
Yoda's
senator.
a player.
The only Jedi that's allowed to have sex is Ki-Adi-Mundi.
Ooh.
Because he's one of only like 10,000 males in his species.
Is that the guy with the cone head?
Yeah, it is the guy with the cone head.
Yes, I knew one. God damn it. I'm the best Star Wars guy.
Okay, well, speaking of Star Wars, what about, and Grogu, what about The Mandalorian?
Leading in pretty good. Yeah, I liked it. And I know the other girl's name is Bo-Katan, right?
Bo-Katan, also, played beautifully by Katie Sackhoff, originated in the Clone Wars, Rob.
Yes, I think you've told me that before.
Yeah,
because I had no idea who that. Everyone gets so excited about her and stuff like that. Oh, okay.
And she's voiced by Katie Sackhoff in the show as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Jon Favreau actually voices a couple characters in the Clone Wars as well. I think I think he voices the original holder of the Darksaber, Kree Vizsla.
So they got their own little family there.
Yeah.
You'll have to start digging through voice credits for all the Clone Wars guys. It's like, who hasn't shown up in Mandalorian?
Well, then they do some recasting, because then we end up with like Rosario Dawson is playing Ahsoka when she didn't voice her.
Well, she's much older now, right?
That's true.
Yeah. How old would she be? She can't be that 30 years.
I think she's like, I think in the Mandalorian timeline, she's supposed to be like 40. But anyway.
Right, so about 30 years older.
Yeah. Because I think she's 17 at the end of the Clone Wars. This is way too nerdy. But what did you think of the trailer for Mandalorian?
I did like it. I don't think it showed too much, but I like the idea of those two going off on Avengers. There's some spaceship fighting, which is what I always want to see. He's a man on his own again. They're probably going to do some cartoons about him by the sounds of it then. So yeah, no, I was like The Mandalorian is so far still my favorite post Star Wars thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was very excited. I'm glad to know that it's coming up here pretty soon. I can wash the taste of Boba Fett out of my mouth. I'll be happy with that.
Yeah, I was really excited to see that we are actually going to Mandalore, because you see like.
Is that where that is? Oh, okay.
Well, yeah. Spoilers for Boba Fett.
Where the guys will jump out like all those paratrooper.
Well, I don't know if that's on Mandalore, but there's one shot where you see he's flying over what looks like just scorched earth, and the people of Mandalore lived in like big biodome cities that were very like, but then for like climate control, but then on the inside it was like very like MC Escher style like buildings and stuff on the inside. And you get to see briefly in I think it's a flashback that the armor tells a story, and I believe it's the Book of Boba Fett, where you see briefly the bombing of Mandalore. Because of events that happened in Star Wars Rebels, the Empire was like, and we're just gonna nuke Mandalore, actually. And in this,
they could have done worse. If I remember the movie, they could have done worse to it, I guess.
This was before the Death Star.
So this is as bad as they could do up to this point.
Yeah, this was they could just go scorched earth at that point. But back to the trailer, you see like the remnants of like one of those bombed out cities and stuff. Right. And then Bo-Katan is technically royalty on Mandalore. So you see her sitting on the throne there, which is not the throne that we know. So it's probably from like a different city or clan, have you?
Now, does she need the black? Was it the black saber to
the dark saber?
The dark saber. Does she need that to actually rule the Mandalorians? Is that what the deal was?
I believe that's the deal. So, okay, one sec. I gotta go into my mind palace.
Oh boy.
Remember everything that
Brush
happened.
out the cobwebs.
Remember everything that happened in Star Wars Rebels and season 2 of Mandalorian and Book of Boba Fett. Okay, got it. So in the olden days, the Darksaber was forged by the first ever Mandalorian Jedi. And then when he died, it was kept in the Jedi Temple until someone. So one of the great Mandalorians went to the Jedi Temple, stole it, and then united all the disparate tribes of Mandalorians who I like to think of ancient Mandalore as like the ancient Greece with like a bunch of city-states, which in this case were more like planets, where they were constantly fighting with each other. But then under the rule of the person with the Darksaber, they were united.
Okay.
And then they stopped doing that for a while. But then when the Empire rolled in, they united again under the Darksaber.
Why not? Guys, let's do this.
And then they got nuked.
Oh, yeah. Not a great idea then. Maybe they've had better ideas.
and then we get to the Mandalorian era, where we have the religious fanatics who are like, never take off your helmet. And then we have Bo-Katan's people who are like, hey, you like take off your helmet. Who cares? We got hair.
Chill.
Guys, that's fine. Chill. Yeah. I got a headband.
We got Darksabers. We got
one Darksaber.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, at the time of like the Clone Wars and stuff, the Darksaber was used. Teeth. Yeah, the Darksaber was used to signify the leader of Death Watch, which was a terrorist organization.
I was going to say, they don't sound very friendly.
They were not. They were a terrorist organization who wanted Mandalore to go back to its warrior roots.
Trained by the Jedi.
No, these ones hated the Jedi. This is a different death cult.
What's up, Matt? We're talking about death cults.
And Mandalorian.
Oh, yeah, the Mandalorian death cults.
But I am excited for this, for season 3. It was also interesting to hear them talk about on stage. And obviously they didn't live stream it, so we just have the accounts of people who were in the room. But Giancarlo Esposito was talking about seeing a more vulnerable side of Moff Gideon this season. And I think
that's... want to see the softer side of evil.
I think you do, because like that's the best stuff of Gus Fring, right? Was those quiet moments where you find out why he's doing what he's doing and stuff like that. And Taco is pumped, obviously, and I'm glad he's just joining us now, so that all the information I just gave you that was almost definitely wrong can't be refuted.
They're probably right. Taco likes Star Wars? That's weird.
Yeah, but what are you excited to see in season 3 of The Mandalorian?
Spaceship fights and laser gun fights. Is there any other kind of fights?
Darksaber fights.
Well, they're also on a boat, so there's a boat this time. I saw that. I'm always a fan of the boat, and they have those squid face guys.
The Mon Cala.
The calamari.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, I also am excited to find out what droid Mando gets, because at one point we see his
orange dude.
He gets like a little droid in the back there, I think you see. Oh. And I'm like, that's gotta be a big thing. That's Grogu's spot. But then you see Grogu on his lap.
Yeah, he's kind of hanging out up front. What? Oh, it's an R5. That was an R5 thing, right? The orange ones are R5s?
I think that specific one was R5, but I don't know. Moff Gideon is... I would love if this if the Mandalorian season 3 just dovetailed into Better Call Saul season 6, but in space. I would love it so much, but unfortunately we don't live in that fantasy world.
It is meant to win all the Emmys, I'm sure.
Yeah. Anything else? We still got a lot of stuff to get
No,
through, and then we have the Emmys to talk about and House of the Dragon.
There's so goddamn much.
I know.
I just wanted to. Huge Willow fan growing up. I loved that movie. I'm saw the trailer. Very much looking forward to the TV show. I'm super excited about it. It did nothing to let me say, "Oh, this isn't going to be great." I think it's going to be fucking awesome. What did you think of the Willow trailer?
Snark.
Also, let me just preface this with how fucking dare you? Okay, go ahead.
I've never seen Willow.
You son of a bitch!
In my friend group, I just had never seen it, and then one day, I was hanging out with a buddy at his house, and we wanted to like throw on a movie in the background while we did some stuff, you know. And it was like he had two movies in his hand. One was Dark Crystal, the other one was Willow, and he said, "Which one do you want to watch?" And I said, "Well, I've never seen either. What's the difference between the two?" And he said, "Oh, they're basically the same." What? So I said Dark Crystal, and so that's what I knew nothing about. I watched the trailer. I did watch the trailer for Willow. I was thoroughly confused, but I have never seen the movie. And should I rectify that? Is it actually a good movie, or is
it's good?
Is it just one of those things that people say it's good?
Stunned. I am stunned.
Like, is it really?
Yes, it's good.
Yeah.
Val Kilmer at his most charming.
At his most charming.
Yeah. It's the role Warwick Davis was born to play.
So
unbelievable.
I always thought, like, based on my understanding of Willow, it was just about taking a baby to a castle. This looks like a lot more like D&D, like magic stuff. Is it a magic movie?
Oh, there's magic. Yeah, and now Willow's a goddamn sorcerer, but you wouldn't know the journey's gone on because you were a jerk and never watched the movie.
When did the movie come out, Rob? When did Willow come out?
I'm gonna say 1987. I'm gonna say it right off the top of my head, 1987.
So 8 years before I was born.
I don't want to speak to you anymore, but I have to because you're part of the show and probably the most important part.
88. Yes, you were very close.
Oh, that was pretty good. Again, guys, not smart. All right, not smart. So I got pretty close, and that's usually, how I get my self-esteem going. Is so I'm pretty close.
Yeah, but Willow, don't sell me on the movie. Talk to me about what you liked from the Willow trailer, because people seem excited about it.
Yeah, I love how it's a continuation of the story. They're not redoing it. You know how I feel about reboots and stuff like that. I think where they're going with the story, where it looks like they're going with the story, will blend easily along with it. You see Sorsha, she's still around, apologizing for not being around to help out with Willow, even though she was almost the main antagonist of the first movie. How they get together is important. Of course, it would be hard to have a Mad Mardigan this time. Was Val Kilmer not in the best of singing voices these days? Poor Val.
Wait, is Willow a musical?
No. Okay. But you never know. They could do it. And it would be fantastic. But yeah, Kevin Pollak's back as the little dude and stuff like that too. One of the best parts of that whole movie. It's like if you had the Lord of the Rings, but you really wanted to have fun with it. And nobody had to be as serious and take everything as serious. It's a fantasy that has humor in it. There's adventure. There's people getting along, people not getting along. And no one, trying to be jerks about it, as far as I know.
You think people are jerks in Lord of the Rings?
I think people act like jerks towards Lord of the Rings.
That's true. People do.
Yeah, I don't see why they would do it to Willow. I have no idea. I guess we're going to find out how. We're going to find out how because of some small-brained assholes are going to try and do something to it. But
yeah.
What are you going to do?
What are you gonna do?
All you can do is enjoy it for what it is, and it's gonna be fun. And I can't believe you haven't seen that movie. And if I could drive over to your house right now and slap you in the mouth, I wouldn't do that. I would never do that. But I would say bad things, and I'd leave a post outside your front door, letting your neighbors know what you've done.
Oh my God! When's Willow coming out?
I think just next year. I think, right? I think it's early part of next year.
No, this year, November 30th.
Oh shit! Yeah. Okay. Oh shit! Well, I think everything. I think a whole bunch of the other ones are wrapped up by then, right?
I think so. But
God damn it!
Yeah, Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings, She-Hulk, they'll all be done by that point.
Man, oh man. Oh well. Oh, maybe we'll get a Willow Christmas special this year.
Oh man,
where Willow learns the true meaning of Christmas.
Oh, but you're excited about Willow. You think?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Like this is It's a movie that never got a sequel that maybe should have. I guess it didn't need it. Like I've always said, like not all movies need a sequel. Matrix, but
I'll sit here.
I would have. Yeah, of some of the ones that came out with sequels, I have no idea why Willow wouldn't have. It's just it's fun story. It's a fairy tale with lightning bolts and stuff in it. It's fun.
I do love lightning bolt fairy tales.
Yes, that's the ones I was told about, and that's why I'm afraid of going outside.
Okay. Well, anything else on Willow?
No, we got too much. And it's coming out in November. So, God damn it, all I'll end up doing is just yelling about you not seeing the movie anyway.
I'm sorry. I will watch Willow in between now and then.
Okay, and I'll watch at least one of the Visions episodes.
You should.
And that way I'll be smarter, smarter than all you guys in Star Wars.
Rob, it's both Star Wars and anime. Your two favorite things.
I've seen anime.
I know you have.
So it.
Before we move on to Emmys, the big trailer from Marvel that we got was Secret Invasion.
Ooh, yes.
Did you get a chance to check that one out?
I did. Yes, it's going to be completely different from the comics, it looks like. But it looks more like a Captain America and the Winter Soldier kind of show, and I frigging loved that movie. I know some of us didn't like it as much as me, but
those people are dumb.
Yeah, don't get me started. Yes, I am really looking forward to it. You're gonna get however many episodes, 6 episodes worth of Sam Jackson on television.
Yeah,
is this happening? Are we in the world where this happens now?
So, well, I don't want to spoil Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but Sam Jackson does show up for an episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Doesn't count? Okay.
No. I think they're trying to push away from that for some reason, aren't they? They don't really have Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. as much.
Oh, no. The last season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. made all of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. not canon.
Right.
That's not a joke. That was a plot line.
Oh, well, good.
But I agree with you. I love Winter Soldier, and I love the vibes that this trailer gave me. Just from that one scene where Ben Mendelsohn just grabs the guy, and then everyone in the room turns into that guy.
Hopefully explains one of the biggest questions I had from Captain Marvel is, how are the Skrulls the good guys?
Because the Kree are dicks.
They're also dicks. The Kree are also dicks. The Skrulls are dicks. It's just that the Kree are also dicks.
I think I don't remember what show
Welcome
it was
to
on.
TikTok. That'll be my new. That's gonna be my new platform. Copyright, guys. Copyright.
I am sure trademark. It's taken.
TikTok. Just in case.
I gotta say, I think that what they're setting up here is, you remember Talos had a daughter,
right?
And she was, when they started killing the Kree and stuff, they were like, oh, don't look, but she was like, oh fuck, that looks dope, I love that. That's real cool. I think she's gonna have.
Thirsty.
I think she's gonna have like grown up and be the Skrull Queen that we know from the comics.
I just thought of something. When he's going after that guy or whatever in that thing, and all of a sudden everybody turns into him. Is that going to be like the Super Skrull? Is that guy the Super Skrull?
It would be weird if he was the Super Skrull. It would be weird to have a Super Skrull when we don't have a Fantastic Four yet.
Right.
But I think that'll just be like a high-ranking Skrull member. I think Emilia Clarke.
He'd be like a Ultra Skrull or something.
He'll be a Skrull Grande.
I forgot that Emilia Clarke's in the show too.
Emilia Clarke. We got two queens. We got Emilia Clarke and Olivia Colman.
Yes, Olivia Colman. Love her.
Fantastic. I love her in Hot Fuzz.
Oh, Hot Fuzz. We'll be talking. We'll be talking more Hot Fuzz cast members in a little bit here. But first, yeah.
Oh, we will. You're right.
Yeah. Secret Invasion. Yeah. When is this coming out? Is this the one that's coming out like in the beginning of the year?
I believe it's early 2023.
Right. So I just got the two mixed up.
So probably like March. If I had to say, because I think Mando is February. So.
Oh yeah, they don't. They've only done that kind of thing once, where they kind of
with Miss Marvel and Obi-Wan, right?
Right. Yeah. It wasn't the best because Ms. Marvel was so much better than Obi-Wan, like 100 million times better.
Yeah, well, this is another conversation. I don't think it ended well. I think it probably could have been. It should have been a movie, but I didn't hate it. But I am.
Spoiler alert: Obi-Wan lives.
I am really excited for this. I wonder how much action we're actually going to get in this show.
It's going to be a lot different. It's not going to be like superhero kind of stuff, right? I think it's more going to be like.
Well, the main bad guys are shapeshifters.
Well, yeah, but you know, it's not like Fury's a superhero who's got guns and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. I don't know if there's any other kind of superheroes joining him on this thing, although he does work for SWORD now, it seems. So if there's any chance of we're going to get Spider-Woman in this goddamn freaking MCU, come on. This is it.
Man, what if that's who Emilia Clarke is? What if she's not the Skrull Queen?
I would mark it.
That's actually really good, Rob. I hate that you put that in my head because now I'm going to be upset when she just ends up to be the Skrull Queen. Ben Mendelsohn, who played the Talos, the main villain from Captain Marvel, he's billed as the co-lead with Sam Jackson. So we got at least one shapeshifting guy, and they're talking to Rhodey in the trailer.
And
which I think D23 they did confirm. Even without putting a date on it or putting it on the slate anywhere, they're like, and Armor Wars is still happening. Rhodey is definitely still getting his own show.
I'm wondering if Armor Wars is going to become part of like the second part or something like that, the Secret Invasion, maybe. I wonder if it's going to be hooked up somehow just by having him there, or who knows how much Rhodey's going to be in it. But God love War Machine, that's for goddamn sure.
I hope he's in as much of this as he was in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, so that he can get nominated for an Emmy for one scene again.
Sure, that's the way to do it.
Because he did last time.
Don Cheadle is all about smart choices.
Yeah, I'd love.
If all I have to do is show up for 15 minutes, get into work. Goddamn, I'm gonna do
Don
it.
Cheadle is one of my favorite actors working, so it's exciting to see him. I hope we do get to see him in his War Machine suit, but that's an expensive effect when all of your people are shapeshifters also.
Yeah.
When most of your cast is shapeshifters.
Sorry, Rhodey. You know what? Just can't afford it. Can't afford it. We gotta get this dumb jerk to look like some other dumb jerk.
Yeah, those morphing effects aren't expensive.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Anything else on Secret Invasion?
No, but yes, it's gonna be cool.
No,
it has a different look to it. Like it has a real. It looks like more grounded, except for the whole green aliens that turn into other dudes. So yeah, no, very looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm excited, and
way more excited about that than a certain other show about a celestial body, god who comes at night. You know,
you gotta stop talking shit, man. You gotta, what happened.
I did it in code.
The mouse knows. The mouse knows. Any other? Most of the other stuff from D23 we didn't get like trailers for in terms of Marvel. More just like, yeah, it's still happening.
Yeah, no, they showed some of the movie stuff, but this isn't. Have you seen that movie?
No, have you seen that?
This the TV kind of show.
The TV show.
Mm-hmm. That's right. So no, and I don't know about any of the other TV shows they do because I've never heard of
any. That's fair. Well, you want to talk Emmys quickly before?
Let's do it real quick.
Better Call Saul got robbed. I'm just gonna say it right now.
I was gonna say, yeah. So I guess over its run, its 6-year run, 46 nominations, and has never won a single fucking Emmy. Not one. For a show that all these people, or people in quotation marks, say is one of the best shows they've ever watched. Not a single win. You know what has 2 fucking Emmys?
Don Cheadle?
How I Met Your Father. How I Met Your Father has won 2.
That's not Wilkie. Those aren't real Emmys.
Yeah, that's true.
Those are the
tell that Emmys. To the good folks in cinematography and a multi-camera show for comedy or drama.
That's true, but Succession's a great show, but I really feel Better Call Saul it was the last season and the ending.
It reminds me of the Sopranos kind of run too, right? Isn't that like James Gandolfini or something like that never got it, or was it John? Or am I thinking of Mad Men and John Hamm never winning until last year? But he did win on the last year, so yeah. Oof.
You often imagine that a lot of these shows, similar to Lord of the Rings winning all the Oscars for Return of the King, because they're like, okay, guys,
we'll just wait till the end.
Yeah, we'll just wait till the end. When it's the last chance to give something an award, you generally expect them to get it.
Right.
So like both this and then Atlanta not winning, but losing to Ted Lasso, or it wasn't outstanding comedy. It was they lost a bunch of acting awards to Ted Lasso. Never mind. Sorry.
Well, they lost Best Comedy too.
Were they nominated for Best Comedy?
Oh, maybe they weren't.
They weren't.
Oh, it was maybe Barry, Curb Your Enthusiasm. Yes, you're right. I don't think it was. Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, I think, was
Only Murderers Get in the Building. Get the fuck out of here.
Still haven't seen an episode, and you're talking about
who likes
Canadian
that
icon
show?
And legend.
They deserve better.
Martin Short. That's true. All right.
Both of the Martins deserve better. And so does Selena Gomez, if I'm being totally honest.
Okay. You know what? I'll take your word for it. Yeah. No, yeah, I've never seen the show. I've never seen Better Call Saul, but I have so many people that absolutely love it. I've never saw the other one either.
You never saw Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul?
Not afraid.
I'll tell you this right now, Rob. Mm-hmm. You could watch all of Better Call Saul without ever having seen Breaking Bad, and I think it would still work just fine.
That was the one thing I always kind of had in my head. Maybe I'll watch the prequel before I get into the other thing first. I don't know. I've talked to a couple other people about it, and they say, no, do it do it in its run thing or whatever. But I don't know.
I think it's for both. I think this was its last chance, Ben. I think
it's done.
Yeah,
that's it.
But I think there are the way each season starts.
Well, would it be like it just wrapped in the last couple months? When is their cutoff?
I actually don't know that off the top of my head.
Yeah, like like Ben. I think you have a good point. Like I think it does.
I don't
It
even know
may
what to
overlap
Google.
to the next year, but then they'd have to. They of course, I guess that's why they have media people to remind
It's true.
voters. But
Like, you know what? When did Squid Game come out? Because that just won. And I
well, it
feel
just
like
came. Yeah, you'd think it came out in Korea a long time. Before that,
no,
right?
that was a
Did
no,
they
that
drop
was
at the same time?
yeah, that was a global
Because
launch.
yeah, because it's definitely a pan. It was definitely a pandemic, a show.
I don't
Uh,
even Ben, that's a great point.
we watched it for this program, or
For
I
the
watched it
gold
for this
it
program.
was for last year's Golden Globes because they won a bunch of Golden Globes.
2021 it came out.
So
So
then maybe,
I wouldn't
yeah,
know the
you know
day.
what? Then maybe Better Call Saul and Atlanta, they'll get it next year
Yeah, there you go.
because
So there's
Atlanta
still
also
there
ended
still hope for them? There's still hope they can surpass the mighty mountain that How I Met Your Father's built in their way
for two fucking hours.
for
But
Emmy
and
supremacy.
yeah, any big takeaways? Obviously Zendaya winning outstanding lead actress, I think is fantastic. Just
Sure.
more. Michael Keaton winning for Dope Stick.
I had that written down, and I
I
really did
love
like
that.
Dope Sick. I really did like Dope Sick. I thought it was a good show. So yeah, it was well deserved. Um, how about this? How about Lizzo's "Watch Out for the Big Girls"? A show I'd never heard of
I
in
had
my entire life, and
no idea
then
what that
it
is.
beats. Yeah, it beat Nailed It. It beat Top Chef. It beat RuPaul's Drag Race. All these shows, I've never fucking heard of this show. Never.
Yeah. Now, if we were good hosts of our show of this, we
No.
definitely would have like done research and figured out what it is.
Mm-mm. This isn't how I, or have you seen the facts? Just have you seen this?
Daniel would have done
None
it.
of the facts. Yeah, he would have. Look what that did for him.
You're
He
right.
ended up in a hoosegow.
In a who's
Maybe for life.
Oh my god.
I don't have the money for you.
Oh my god. Other big winners were this one's big for us, Rob. Mike White of Survivor David versus Goliath fame wins for writing on a limited series.
Attaboy.
And do you know who his platonic date to the awards was?
Jeff Probst.
Survivor loser Romeo.
Oh boy. Romeo.
Uh,
The Ted Lasso guys won a whole bunch. They were nominated for
yeah.
everything. Brett Goldstein. It was Roy Kent. So good.
Yeah.
I don't know if you got to see his acceptance speech.
Yes.
It is an absolute classic. God bless Brett Goldstein. Guys, we're not allowed to drop F-bombs whenever we want to on here, right? So I'm not going to say it. Uncouth. For Christ's sakes.
Honestly, I love when people just give gone are the ways of really great speeches.
Yeah.
But he delivered up there. And
yeah, he was the best.
Ted Lasso you always love to see because it just such a fulfilling, happy show.
Fun fact, I tried to get a visor, like the same visor that Ted Lasso wears on the show. Couldn't get it because I live in Canada. So screw you, Warner Brothers, Home Entertainment, whatever.
Oh my gosh, how dare you? No wonder you're killing HBO Max.
Mm-hmm. Bastards.
I know. Anything else you want to talk about Emmys before we talk about some dragons and then get out of here?
No, was there anything much else? You know, it's cool to see Ling Chung-jae win for Squid Game.
Yes.
I love the show, and it's awesome that he won. Who did he beat? Oh, he's the guy who took down Odenkirk couldn't beat him.
Yeah.
And I think who is it? Adam Scott, I think, from Severance. And I would wish that Severance would have won more. They won some technical ones.
Yeah.
But I think they, I wouldn't say they deserved more. I think everybody who won is deserving. It's not like somebody came out here except for maybe Lizzo. Fucking, I wanted Nailed It.
Should we watch this show, Rob? Should we watch this show?
I think we
whatever it
have to.
is.
I think we need to. It's on Amazon.
Is it on?
It's
Okay,
an
well,
Amazon show.
okay, well, I have
Yeah,
Amazon.
yeah. If we're allowed to watch it here in Canada, because you never know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna
Lizzo's.
watch
Yeah. We'll probably
one
watch it right
episode
after
or
this.
whatever it is.
Well, book report. One
Yeah.
episode of
Well, we still have
Lizzo.
to get through
The other show.
the other thing.
Yes.
But
Yes.
but yeah, great to see Squid Game winning a bunch of awards. Great to see Lee Yu Mai. I don't know how to say your name. I apologize.
Yeah.
To not that he's watching this. He's not watching this.
How dare you? How dare you?
But good to see him win.
Huge
it's
in
always
South Korea.
Huge in South Korea and huge in my heart.
Wow.
Also, he's very tall. I saw a picture of him next to some people, and that guy's I'm tall, and I was like, that's a tall man.
Yeah, you're what they call in Canada,
Large,
an abominable snowman.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
let's talk some hot D.
Hot D.
Let's have some hot D action. Oh! I don't even know what that's for.
That was for Lord of the Rings, the power of a big budget.
Okay, House of the Dragon. You're all caught up.
I am all caught up. Caught now. Did I have to try and watch this on my Xbox, my PlayStation, and my computer? I did, because Crave's a terrible. I'll say I'm not afraid. Crave's a bad app, and we need something better here in Canada. Yeah. I don't know. Like, this can't just be a being problem, because it's not my internet, because I switched to my computer, and guess what? Guess what, HBO? I watched it. I had to pirate your show so that I could watch it, because your app sucks.
Are a monster, sir.
It felt so dirty. I haven't done that in so long.
Is it pirating when you already you're paying for the right to watch the show and they aren't following through on their end of the deal?
It's true. But back to the show itself. Mm-hmm. Man, this show is real good.
Yeah.
And I know this week's episode especially sparked a lot of controversy, but Why?
What? Why would a simple story about a man bringing his niece to a brothel to lead her on somehow and then dump her there and go get wasted at a whorehouse? How is that controversial?
Well, I think, just people have, and I had this problem. I think it's because we were introduced to, I know the actress is like 20 something, but in my head, it was similar to the last season of Game of Thrones where Arya had a sex scene. I was like, oh, no, I met you when you were a child. You can't be doing this. And I was like,
this is not great.
No, you're too. But it was, I think that's more it. I think a lot of people are like, no, we know this person as being like, I think she's supposed to be like 17, 18 at this point.
I think she's 18 now. I think this is a year after the last episode, I believe they said. And then the last episode, I remember she's being 17 because they said it like 3 times, 10 and 7. Like, God.
British people.
10 and 7. British people don't say that. Jerks say it. That's it.
The Andys say it.
The Westerosians.
Yeah. I really liked this episode because it was one of those things that after the big battle last episode, which I finally got to watch, undersold. I
told you.
Really good.
Yeah. Like how the dude's cut in half and he's dragging him around by his arm.
Oh my God.
So fun.
Which I'm like, you're gonna. This is how I knew I've gotten old. I was like, you're gonna get sick. You're gonna get like hepatitis or something.
No, like how do none of them have the grayscale? Like no one showed up with grayscale.
Well, I think Targaryens have like better immune systems anyway.
Ooh.
So I don't think you had to worry about that.
I guess if they can't catch on fire, they can't get grayscale.
Yeah, but back to this episode, I really liked how it began, and just Damon coming in and being like, "Hey, you put this one on the chair too. Did it? Hey, brother, do you love me now?" And Viserys is like, "Come in, I do love you."
He is a forgiving king.
He's a bad king.
Mm-hmm.
This guy sucks.
He's pretty friendly. I liked in the beginning when they're talking.
You're right, Ben.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I like in the beginning when she's basically getting those dudes or whatever to parade around, and he asks what her great grandmother liked, and I was like, yeah, it was like 50 years ago, princess. He's like, yeah, it was 50 years ago. And then that little dude runs that Baratheon through that Baratheon loudmouth.
Was that guy a Baratheon?
Yeah, that's what my buddy said. It's a Baratheon.
I didn't catch his insignia. It's so interesting because no book spoilers, but
oh boy,
this whole episode maybe 2 sentences.
This is one of the questions I was going to ask you. Like going back to when we had young Mr. Taco on the show, and we're thinking like this is going to fly by. Like this is like we at that time after the first episode or whatever it was, we didn't know if we'd see any of these characters again after like the second or third episode. Now we're through 4. There's no sign of letting up with these guys. So,
well, just based on trailers, we know at some point we're gonna have a massive time jump.
Right. I was just saying, is how long is this book? A few hundred pages? They might.
I don't know that offhand.
300 seasons.
Well, the showrunners this week were noted. They're like 3 or 4. I think we can get this done in 3 or 4 because the book is like just a history of the Targaryens, and they're focusing in on a specific part of it, where like, and then
so they're not going to go through all of it. Yeah, is this this isn't the beginning of the book?
No. Like it's a history of the Baratheon or of the Targaryen kings, as recorded by a maester who is using unreliable sources during the era of Robert Baratheon. So when the Targaryens are not looked on fondly. So, for instance, in the books, it's and then Daemon, he went and he fought the crab feeder, and he became king of the Narrow Sea, and that's it. That's all we get from that. And then in this, it's like there's like whispers about like, oh, it's like, and some people said Rhaenyra had lost her virginity to her uncle, or this or that, or a lot of gossip about her. But it's literally like 2 sentences in the book where they make an entire meal out of it. The theme is, though, Daemon gets banished all the time because he is once again, his brother is like, leave, go back to the Vale, go back to your wife. And Daemon's like, okay, I'm gonna go back to the Vale. I'm definitely going back to see my wife.
Guys, see you later. Off to the Vale.
Oh no. Last time I took Dragonstone. But I liked seeing, one of my favorite things in Game of Thrones always was the small folk plays that they would have, whether it was the dwarves at Joffrey's wedding reenacting the War of the Five Kings, or the play in Bravos. So I loved seeing the mummers in the stage on the street, doing current events. They're doing essentially like Stephen Colbert political comedy the night of.
You didn't think that the play was a little on the nose, starting up just as she gets there and stuff like that, and it's about her story?
Well, we didn't see her walking. First of all, these people don't have Twitter. This is probably the first time anyone's heard that a woman has been named heir. They're like, what? That shit's crazy. And it happened 4 years ago? That's nuts.
Well, they were talking about the prince. They knew the prince was 3 years old.
That's true. Well, I feel like you would know that. And then, like we found out from Jason Lannister last episode, a lot of people assumed that just like, oh, the 3-year-old, he's gonna be the king. It's fine. And then this play is probably like the first a lot of people are hearing of it. And I love her in the crowd being like, boo, slander. and it was just I really enjoyed that. And I said to my wife when we were watching it, when she saw when they had the little drawing map and the secret stairs to get out, I was like, oh, is she gonna get into some like adult Jasmine stuff where she's gonna go outside the castle?
Is that an Aladdin reference?
Yeah, like Jasmine, she goes out. They even do the thing where Jasmine doesn't pay for food and Rhaenyra is not going to pay for food.
Yep. Never seen Aladdin.
Okay, shut up about me not seeing Willow then. Jason BDE Lannister.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I really liked her going down into this to Fleabag and seeing the way things really are, and then learning that her entire life since her mother died has been like sex no good. That's my mom died because of that. I'm just going to be where we see her at the beginning being like, I'm going to be alone, and that is totally fine, to where she sees people who are taking what they want and she's like, oh wait, I can take what I want.
Are you enjoying this character more now on the show than you ever did in the books?
Which I don't want to spoil too much. There are Rhaenyra's complicated. I think there's some stuff that I'm not a huge fan of. Like, I don't want the way the interaction with Kristen Cole goes down. I'm not a huge fan of, because I'm like, there's no clear line of consent there, because like you should not fuck your people who are under you. That's just not cool.
He has to bring it up with HR.
He should definitely bring it up with HR. But he's a white cloak.
I'm HR, motherfucker. What's that?
He's a white cloak. He's a king. He's a king's guard. He's supposed to be chaste.
Yes. Oh yeah, the chasteness.
Yeah. So I am interested to see how that relationship changes now that there's been this thing done. And we even see like the morning after, where Rhaenyra's like, oh, this is great. Hello, Sir Kristen. And he can't even look at her. So I'm interested to see
the morning after awkwardness, for sure.
Yeah. I'm interested to see how that relationship develops further.
Especially now that she's betrothed to the sea snake's kid.
Yeah. Yeah. I do agree that did bother me, but at the same time, I love a little sassy bitch.
Sassafras.
And but a character I am enjoying a lot more in the show than the books is Alicent.
That was going to be the next question. Yeah, because I felt a lot more for her after this episode, realizing that her life got put to shit for this as well. Considering how I felt about her in the first three, it's like, oh, look what she's done and stuff like that. I don't think any of this was ever up to her, right? So
no,
she's more trapped than anybody, maybe.
Yeah. And Jago, just to circle back, Jago saying that she's supposed to be the heir and she's openly insulting lords, and in the book she's a much better leader. I would say that I think her openly
the unreliable narrator again.
That could be part of the unreliable narrator, but also I think that goes to show the similarities between her and Daemon, where when Viserys is threatening Daemon, Daemon's response is, "You're the dragon. What you say is law." And I think and then later he will say, "Yeah, I have that Daemon and Rhaenyra are too similar." So I think he sees that both of them see themselves as above the law.
You take what you want.
They believe that. And Jago also says sex scene with the king and queen. Hard to watch them the incest.
You know what? I'm gonna say 50-50. Uncomfortable, both sides. I'm gonna say, you know what? It's pretty uncomfortable, both of them.
Yeah, I got the king and queen. Just for Allison's face, just awful to watch. I feel so terrible for her in those ones, which
duty,
is something
that's just duty on her face. That's it, not duty.
Which is something I never felt for her in the books. I never felt any kind of sympathy towards her in Fire and Blood. So getting to see her more fleshed out is very interesting. I am interested to notice if you clocked something. Okay. The night that Rhaenyra runs into when she's running away.
Yeah. With the gold. Did he have like the yellow cape on or whatever?
He did have a yellow cape, but he is actually someone who you have briefly met.
Oh boy.
That is oh my god, that is Breakbone. The man, why can't I think of the guy's name? Harwin Strong. There we go. That's Harwin. That is Harwin Strong. His dad is on the small council. He's the bigger guy. That
the one that was telling him to get her to marry her brother. Was that the one who was telling Viserys to marry the baby? No.
He was the one who
about the Sneezeakes kid.
Yeah, he was the one who's like, you should marry the Sneezeakes kid.
Right. Oh my god. I think Dave is thinking of something really important to say.
Am I back now?
I think you are. I think you're back.
Okay.
It's like, I was thinking, you're thinking of something really important to say. You just like held it there. It's like,
but no, he was like, hey, you didn't listen to me back then. I have the same advice. You should marry Rhaenyra to the Sea Snake's son.
Yeah.
So that guy, his son, well, one of his sons, his other son is the one who couldn't go on the hunt because he has the club foot.
Okay.
But Breakbones is the knight that stops her, Lord Strong, known as the greatest warrior in the Seven Kingdoms now.
Ooh.
And he's called Breakbones. Do you know why?
Because he's so polite?
No, because he doesn't drink his milk and his bones very easily break.
What?
Nah, it's because he breaks bones.
Oh my god, I didn't even think.
But just that will be. It's weird that they haven't like given him more of a spotlight yet, because spoilers, he is going to be, I think, in the back half of season 1, a very important character to look out for.
Okay, well, yeah, that's cool. All right, no, I would have had no idea who he was. I'm just now starting to get a little more used to the names. I knew who you meant when you said Allison. How about that? That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Sure. And Damon, I know how to say him now, and I don't even call him Doctor Who. So, guys, 4 episodes in, it's like I'm fucking nailing this show. I know everything about it.
What's the king's name?
Viserys?
Yeah.
Viserys? Yes! God damn, I'm fucking 100% right.
Do you know the names of the dragons?
Pete.
Pete the dragon. But anyway, it'll be good to see. I was sad that we didn't get any Corlys or Rhaenys this week, because the queen that never was in the Sea Snake. I cannot say the Sea Snake.
It's a tough one.
We're Canadian, guys. It's tough to say. Snake. I just I love those 2 characters, and I am but on the show and in the books. So I am excited at the prospect that they're going to have a wedding next episode or soon with Leonor and Rhaenyra.
My favorite part is that nothing's going to go wrong at all. It'll go off without a hitch. Probably. I keep thinking that I keep thinking that you're just waiting to talk. No,
I think, Rob, during this last one, my lights also did flicker so I might be having a power issue. I would hate to end the show early, but I'm afraid I'm going to lose
That's
contact.
Fine. Do you think it has anything to do with the fact that I mentioned the words moon and night at the same time and not the best way? Maybe
no, I think it's because I talk shit about Crave.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. They're very big here. Very powerful.
They are.
Okay, so let's do this. We're going to talk. The next time we talk, we'll wrap up the last couple episodes of Lord of the Rings that we will have 100% seen. Actually, we will have our wives watch the show, so we have to watch it.
Yes,
but I am enjoying it.
Yeah, I really enjoying it. The budget shows.
Yes, it looks cool, and Numenor it looked fucking cool, and also She-Hulk. I was gonna name my put on my name thing today. Still not banned from Winnipeg either yet, but had to change it real quick when you thought I was Jesse Palmer there. And to remind you, I'm not Jesse Palmer. But yeah, we'll finish off more She-Hulk. Yes. Oh my God.
Where can people?
I'm just saying. I'm still not Jesse Palmer. Where can you find me?
Yeah, where can they find you, not Jesse Palmer?
Oh, you can find me not being Jesse Palmer, not being a successful backup quarterback in the NFL. Then what is he? What was he on, The Bachelor or something like that? Who fucking knows? Guys, you can find me at Snark Yeti on Twitter. An enthralling follow because I do so much on it and I'm so active. You can find me over at the LDR network doing a bunch of things. You're going to find me over doing Doctor Who shows with our buddy 50 every once in a while. But mostly you'll find me here most Tuesdays because we won't be able to make it next week because I have to be out of town for a family thing. But most Tuesdays, as long as none of us are imprisoned.
Oh my God.
Well, HBO has powerful friends.
They do?
Yeah. Oh boy, you have no idea. Tuesdays on Have You Seen This? Dave, how about you?
You can find me on Have You Seen This every Tuesday except for next week and every other Tuesday that we don't make because that just happens sometime. So, assuming my internet and my power continue to cooperate, in 20 minutes, you can find me over on our good buddy Ben's YouTube channel.
Ooh.
Multiverse of Geekdom, talking Lost, episode 4 for the episode Walkabout. The episode that most people say is the reason they still watch Lost. Or watch Lost, because this episode, it's the 4th episode, and it's probably in the top 5 episodes of Lost. That's how great this one episode is.
Okay.
So you can find me over there in about 20 minutes, and other than that, at Leaves Me Alone on Twitter, but make sure you like, follow, and subscribe to this channel. Because
that's right.
That's more important than me.
Oh, don't get me started.
Until we see you next time. Goodbye.
Have a good fortnight.